Hello, everyone. Welcome to Music Scene Investigation. My name is Rich Wildman. I'm glad you're joining us today. It's going to be a whirlwind show. I say that because Tommy told me to. He is back from hospital. That's right, everybody. Mark Lamdansky will not be joining us today because Tommy is back home. He's back in studio at the Cube. And we're going to say hi to him in just a little bit. I do want to take and let everybody know a little bit about what Music Scene Investigation is, however, before we say hi to Tommy and the rest of the gang.
Oxygen! Oxygen!
You should see him. He's got oxygen mask on and everything, and he still wants more. What can you say about the guy? Anyway, MSI is a broadcast where we'll take and review 3 randomly selected songs submitted by artists from around the world, and our panel of experts will be doing those reviews. These are guys and gals from all over the industry and related fields. We have producers, recording engineers, artists themselves, radio industry people, you name it. Basically, everybody comes here and sits on the panel at some point or another. And, of course, if you're in the industry, we'd like to invite you to sit on our panel. Just get in contact with us. You can email us or hit us up on the website via our contact page. We'd love to hear from you. And, of course, we'll get back in touch with you as well. Of course, if you want to get your music in front of the panel, the easiest way to do it, go to musicsceneinvestigation.com and click the Submit a Song button. And submit your music. If it's selected, and all of them will be eventually, we'll get it in front of the panel. It's very simple to do. It's painless, as they say. Now let's meet our panel. Bribes work also, is what Pinky's saying. Bribes don't work unless the other guys know something I don't, and we'll find out. Let's go to New York City and talk to Tom Chianti. Hey, Tommy, I'm glad you're back home.
Glad to be home back.
It's good to see you. You're looking fine today. I mean, everything's in place. You still have 2 arms and a head and 2 eyes and everything else.
Well, they added some where I can't show on TV.
But you can now see your shoes before you look down.
I can do many things before I go down.
Look down. Never mind. All right. It's going to be one of those.
It's nice being surrounded by technology for music instead of things that just go beep.
Yeah, beep. Well, you need to get one of those beep machines in your studio, I think.
I think I have to because it's the only way I can get to sleep now.
There you go. That's.
And you ruined my fantasy after you explained to me why all the nurses were following me around just to make sure I didn't fall. I thought there was something going on.
Somebody had to do it, Tom. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but it's got to be done sometime.
I don't know. I guess I'll have to take the 3 at the door and tell them to go home.
Yeah, you'll have to send them home. Tell them you're not going to fall anymore. It'll be fine.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's go to London, England. Meet our friend from there, Ian Husbands. Ian, how are things with you, my friend? Everything going all right over there in merry old London?
It's a usual British day. We've had a day in today, a nice relaxed day with a roast dinner. And a family film, so we've kept it on the low key.
What did you watch?
We watched the Black Cauldron, the Disney classic.
It's actually a very good classic.
Yes, it is, and the kids seem to enjoy it. So no nightmares about dragons just yet. We're doing well.
Well, if you have nightmares about dragon, the best way to handle that is that movie. What's that movie about dragons? Where how to bring up your dragon, how to train your dragon, I think.
How to Train Your Dragon, yes.
Yeah.
I've seen it, and we're waiting for 2 to come out on DVD.
There you go. That's what you do to take care of the nightmares.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Appreciate that.
Not a problem. I'm here to help. That's kind of what I do, I think. I don't know what I do anymore. Anyway, let's go and meet our guest panelist. Our guest panelist is also from across the pond over in the country of Great Britain, and he runs a record company, Red Dragon Records, as well as this new thing called Vidscape. We're going to talk about that, find out more about what Vidscape is and how it can benefit you as a musician out there. I'm looking forward to this conversation. This is Mr. Tom Oswald. Hey, Tom, welcome back to the broadcast. Glad to see you again. How are you?
Good evening. I'm fine, thank you. It's Videscape, not Vidscape.
Videscape. I'm sorry. I mispronounced it. So things are going well for you. You're keeping very busy with this new site.
Yes, I am. It's taken off quite significantly actually, and so hopefully it will just continue to grow.
So tell me a little bit about it and let everybody know exactly what it is. It's a place where people can upload their videos, whether they're music videos or videos of any type, really. Tell everybody a little bit about it and how they can find it.
Well, as most of you may or may not be aware, YouTube is going to start charging you $20 a month to be able to watch music on YouTube as of September, I believe, or possibly October, depending on how their schedule goes. And alongside that, I realized that actually, I mean, uploading your video to YouTube, even though they have 1 billion users a day, I mean, it doesn't make any difference how many users there are if they're never going to see your video, because it gets lost in 100 hours of video upload every second, sorry. So we thought now was a prime time to interject into the market and create a video sharing platform, as there isn't really another one out there. There's Dailymotion and Vimeo, but both of them have their own niche markets, and we thought we would go up against YouTube.
Now, I know right now that Vidscape is in beta, and you've just gotten things rolling within the past week or so. And I've been to the site a couple of times. It looks like it's taken off. You've got a lot of videos there. Everything looks fantastic. So we know why it came about. So the goal is to actually compete directly against YouTube. Is that the idea?
It depends what happens. I mean, there's a lot of speculation about what will happen when YouTube brings out this subscription model, because you won't be able to watch them for free at all. It's purely a subscription. And Forbes did a survey where they say about 7% of YouTube subscribers were prepared to pay for it. So there's actually a good chance YouTube will collapse, because it does cost Google £100 million a month. So it's a loss. It's never made a profit for them. So looking at it from that way, they don't really have a lot to lose if it does go down, or they just concentrate on the subscription side. So we're not setting up to directly compete with Google, but we are setting up to give people another option that is outside of YouTube, and that actually pays you a decent amount for your videos, because we don't have any deals in place with large labels that we pay 90% of our revenue to. So the revenue is split fairly across everyone on the platform.
Now, I read through the facts on the site, and talking about the revenue split, it looks great. It really does. It looks immensely fair, and I think that any musician in the right mind would be out of their mind not to get their videos up on Vidscape, and I think it's a great site from what I've seen of it. Now, is there I guess there are a lot of things that you got planned from a beta perspective that you're still working on. Can you tell us about any of those ideas and things you got in the works on there?
Yes, I mean, we've got, if you give me 2 seconds, I will tell you what's coming up on it.
Sure.
We've got a YouTube importer. So obviously there are people who who may want to move to our platform but don't necessarily have the videos that they made on their computer anymore, but they are on YouTube. So we're allowing you to be able to use, basically at one click, you'll be able to move all of your videos over across. Playlisting, both public and both private and public. We're bringing an intelligent algorithm for related videos, an earnings payment system which will be in your back end so you can see how much you're earning. User notification system, so you know when videos have been uploaded, commented and liked. Batch upload capabilities, we're bringing in more security. We're allowing you to upload your audio, so you can upload an MP3 instead of a video. So you can actually share a link. So whereas you'd normally share a SoundCloud link, you could share this link, and instead of you not getting paid by sharing a SoundCloud link, you could get paid by sharing our link, because it doesn't matter whether it's an MP3 or a video, you still get paid. We're going to put a system in where if you upload a music video, it can rip the audio off it, and then you can sell the audio as a download, so you can actually buy your music right underneath the video. We're bringing in generic videos for visualization systems, so that when you upload your MP3, you do have something there that's graphical. We're bringing in a full audio and product commerce system, so you can sell absolutely anything underneath it. So if you've got a video that does China pops or something, you can actually sell them right underneath the video. Bringing in a content ID system, integration of event and gig listings, so you'll be able to buy tickets right underneath the band videos. And then we're bringing in a full-size marketplace, so it covers everything digital and physical.
I was going to say, it sounds like you got darn near everything covered the way it is. I mean, you've got a lot of work to do, a lot of things going on there.
Yeah, but we're expecting most of them to be in within 16 weeks.
Really? Wow, that's pretty amazing. That's a lot of great work. I'm sure you had a great team working on that. Now, one of the things that intrigues me about this, and I find it very interesting, is the idea of bringing in and allowing them to upload a strict MP3 and being able to associate that with a visual, play it back for them so they don't have to upload just videos. I think that's a very unique thing, and I think that's from my perspective, a pretty neat thing to see. I'm glad to see you doing something like that. I think that's the first time that any site like this is actually doing that, right?
Yes, as far as we're aware, yeah.
That's pretty smart and pretty amazing, in my opinion. Ian, as a musician, I want to get your opinion on what Tom's saying, and what are your thoughts on what you're hearing about this? Sounds pretty intriguing, right?
It sounds like a lot of good stuff going on. I mean, YouTube is still regarded as the highest looked at site, but as Tom said, you do get lost in a sea of other artists over there. So it's nice to see that there's a new website coming out for people to use that's actually going to give a bit more payback as well, because let's face it, YouTube aren't renowned for paying very well on their advertising rates.
Yeah, that's very true. And Tom, you did briefly mention that there would be a way for artists to make money on the site. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and how that compares to what YouTube does?
The prime revenue earner for the site is advertising, as YouTube does. However, where YouTube pays out 0.00064 cents per play, as released in an article last week, we'll be paying out in between 0.1 and 1.5 cents per play.
That's quite a difference. That's a huge difference, actually.
It's the highest streaming rates that have ever been done, as far as I'm aware.
Now,
yeah, Tom, that's a lot less naughty.
Sorry, Tom?
Well, the way the British say zero and the way British say naught and we say zero, I'm saying you have a lot less naughties than yours.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for every, let's say we're at the bottom of the streaming rates, it all depends on, basically it's worked out as in whatever the whole revenue across the platform is as a whole, minus our operating expenses. We then divide that by 2, and then half goes into more research and development, the other half goes across all the artists. And as we are moving at the moment, we're looking at about 0.15 cents per play. So you're probably, I mean, every 10 plays you're going to be earning a cent, as opposed to every, let me just do a quick calculation here.
6,000?
Hang on, yeah, something like that. 1,562 plays you'd have to have on YouTube to earn the same as 10 plays on our site would earn you.
That's pretty amazing. It really is. Now, I know that you don't just do one thing and call it that. So I know Vidscape is on the front runner right now, but I also know that you're still heavily involved in Red Dragon Records. Anything new on that front that you can tell us about while we're talking before we get into the music?
We signed 2 more bands recently. I mean, I've actually taken a step back from the label, and there are other people now involved in that because Vidscape requires my full attention, basically, because it's a huge project.
Now, we're getting a lot of comments here in the chat room, very positive comments, by the way, talking about how getting the audio only, ripping the audio from a video that's uploaded and allowing that to be sold, it's a great idea and easy marketing for the music of the artist, and it's very easy for them to accomplish something like that, and they like that idea.
Is an idea that I like as well.
Yeah, I think it's a very positive thing you got going on here, and wish you obviously the best of luck with it. And we can find Vidscape at vidscape.com, correct?
That is correct.
All right, and people, since it's in beta, is it an open beta where just anybody can sign up for it right now?
Yes, it's an open beta. You can just go and sign up for it.
I had a motorcycle go through Ian's house there. Can you repeat the last part?
Yes, you can sign up. You can upload videos. We're not doing payments just at the moment because we're waiting for the back-end system to be placed in so that we can measure everything accurately. But you can have a look around. If you wish to upload videos, you can upload videos and spread it around. We will arrange some sort of compensation for the people who have obviously gone in from the beginning and put videos up. But we don't know what as yet. We'll work that out as we go along.
And I'm sure you guys are, at least I hope you guys are looking at, merchandising and the fact that people can get a, Vid Escape T-shirt, cap, and stuff like that possibly in the future.
It's possible, but it's unlikely.
All right, well, I just thought I'd throw it out there. Ian, do some designs for Tom,
Tom, do you like fractals?
Ian muted himself and forgot.
Sorry, I was trying to get rid of motorbikes. So what design would you like?
I'm just saying, Vid Escape. Think about it. Think about a videographer jumping from the YouTube headquarters into a Vid Escape van. I don't know, something like that. Just throwing ideas off the top of my head. Well, it's great to have you join us again, Tom, and obviously the best of luck with Vid Escape. I think it's a great idea, and I think a lot of the musicians out there who join us every week they're liking it in the chat room. I think they'll find it a great idea. So everybody go to videscape.com and check it out. Sign up, upload your videos there. It'll be cool. And want to get into some music right now because that's kind of like what we do here on Music Scene Investigation. So if you gentlemen are ready, I know everyone out in the audience is, and I'm ready to have you take a listen to the first song on today's show. So if you would, here we go. This is going to be song number 1 on today's Music Scene Investigation, everybody. Enjoy it. Here it is, song number 1.
Looking at the dogs and they're looking quite attacked.
There you have it. That is song number 1 on today's broadcast. And we're going to go over to our panelists to find out what they thought of it. First of all is Ian Husband. Ian, what do you think of track number 1 today?
So, yeah, you were about to say something.
I'm saying go right ahead. I thought I had you muted, but you're fine. So.
Yeah, good start to the show. I like this one. There are a few issues from my point of view. I mean, to start with, that's a really nice bass tone. Really, really do like the bass tone, but it is very prominent in the mix, and that's sort of taking the edge off everything else. There are places where I liked it quite high in the mix, where the sort of instrumental breaks were going on and the vocals weren't there, but it was dominating over that vocal a little bit throughout. And what a great vocal that was. That guy's got a great voice. Really like the sort of tone and inflection on his voice. He was feeling everything he was singing. Like the melody, did miss some backing vocals. I say this a lot on this show. I find myself repeating myself, but you know, that chorus would have benefited from some BVs, some high harmonies, something just to lift it out and make it a little bit different vocally. But yeah, and I did find his vocals getting a bit lost because I do think that bass was predominantly dominant. Drum sound was cool, that worked, and I do think those guitars were flooded with too much reverb. I know the effect that he was going for, that sort of 80s feel, also had a bit of a Coldplay edge to it for my liking as well, which are good things, but I do find the reverbs on those, especially those stereo pan guitars left and right, had a lot of reverb, and it was just getting a bit too messy. I would like to hear a bit more clarity, drop them reverbs off. Remember, the more reverb you put on a mix, the higher it's going to sound on the master. After it's compressed and EQ'd, so you know you've got to back them off a little bit. But otherwise, you know, really good track. I think the hook could have been stronger, but I think if you sort of emphasise that chorus a bit more with backing vocals and lift that chorus more, it will become stronger.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, Ian. Thank you very much. And over to Tom Chianti, New York City. He's up next. Tommy, what do you think of track number 1? Well,
I agree with Ian on some things, but mostly he's missed the mark again. No. I did like the bass tone, and I actually liked the level of it. It's everything else that I have balance problems with. But it's a great song, good hook. Drums are a loop, unless the drum only knows one pickup and one tom fill. Beginning, the organ was way too loud, and then it got it under control in the second half. It's you know, take it back, remix it, keep a lot of the original mix. I would prefer to see some backgrounds, not more in the chorus, but scattered in and about where the music just goes on for about 2-4 mini backgrounds. Just like an answer to some question earlier in the verse. And sometimes the chorus, the guy's got a strong enough voice to carry the chorus, and the underlying instrumentation and rhythm is strong enough to support him to do it that way. So I would put the backgrounds in unexpected places. And the song evolved, and it's a great demo. And a lot of this could be fixed in mastering, but in doing so, you would lose a lot of the live feel, and it would become too overcompressed and mechanical feeling. So just take it back to the board, and don't worry about the clock, and just do a good mix.
All right, Tommy. Well, I appreciate your thoughts on that as well. Over to Mr. Tom Oswald, Vidscape Red Dragon Records. Tom, what are your thoughts on track number 1 today?
I quite liked it, actually. I was working away while I was listening to it, and it's definitely a background track. I mean, it's not something I could see myself going to a venue to watch, but it's definitely something I would have on in the background.
All right, well, that makes pretty good sense to me. Short and sweet, and that's the way we like them. I appreciate your thoughts as well. I'm going to introduce that track to everybody. The name of this particular song, it's called Wide Awake, and it's by Mitch86. Mitch, we appreciate your sending that track in. Again, it's Wide Awake. If you'd like to get your music on MSI, rewind to the beginning. No, I'll tell you. Go to musicsceneinvestigation.com and click on the Submit a Link button, top of the page. Easy to do. Just follow the rules. Had to turn one guy an email this week just to let you know what happens if you don't follow the rules. We send you an email, let you know why, but we can't put the song on the air. That's the way it happens, and we had to tell that to one guy this week, and just kind of the way it is sometimes. So, not what you can do about it. All right, gentlemen.
Was there naughty words in it?
There were naughty words in it, yes. Yeah, there were. A couple of F-bombs that I heard, and I had to cancel it out right then and there. So anyway, musicsceneinvestigation.com is where you want to go. Follow the rules. That's the only way to get on. All right, let's go and listen to song number 2 on today's broadcast, everybody. This is Music Scene Investigation, song number 2.
Here is the deal between us. Here is our pact for life. We can keep our secrets, as we should keep the lies. You don't owe me reasons, so I won't ask. Yeah, why? Here is the deal between us. Don't ever look outside. This is our vision, our common way. We're not here for revenge, fleeing from someone else, and we take no prisoners other than ourselves. outside, outside, don't ever look outside.
That's song number 2 on today's MSI. We're going to start this round out with Tom Chianti over in New York. Tommy, track number
Yes,
2
sir.
to you, my friend. What do you think about it?
I kept going back from this is okay to I really like this. I like that very quiet intro where the vocal is really pronounced. A little harsh on the EQ, but I like the effect they were going for, and just little tweaks, and they can get it really good. That interlude after the intro vocal, and where the verse came in, is unnecessary, and it stalls the song that has a very interesting beginning. Cut it in half, leave it out, go right into the acoustic and the vocal. The drum sound, very dry. It could have been made to sound better, even dry, with better EQ and compression. But they were just screaming for some attention, and I believe they were a loop, but it doesn't matter, live or a loop, you've still got to treat them. The guitar sound I really liked. It, reminds me of a clean guitar solo with the echo or delay that goes on to infinity and just, sort of swims over to you. And then at the end, breaking into the chorus. Again, those drums would have made it much better had they been EQ'd differently for a different basic sound, or, given some life through effects or whatever. But overall, I mean, this is another good demo. It's got great ideas. I think they had a little 9-inch nails, I think Ian said in the chorus, a little David Bowie, Alice Cooper. I was hearing an early Floyd. So they have a lot of influence in the music that make it interesting. So a good demo, just tighten it up.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, Tommy. Thank you. Over to Mr. Tom Oswald. Now, Tom, what do you think about track number 2 today?
Unfortunately, about 10 seconds into it, it stopped playing and I couldn't get it to play again.
Oh, no. I hate to hear that.
I don't know why. Song 1 and 3 play fine, but song 2, for some reason, just won't play.
I have no idea why that might be, but apologies from me, who maintains the website, for the technical issue there. Let's go to Ian Husbands and find out what he thought about it. Ian?
I think this is a really cool track. Really did enjoy this. I mean, that intro came in and I was like, okay, I can't understand the vocals too well. Where's this going? This needs to go somewhere because it's not at the moment. And then the band came in and I wasn't disappointed at all. Yeah, definitely elements of David Bowie and Alice Cooper's Love Child sitting here, then produced by Trent Reznor or Marilyn Manson or someone like that. There's some really, really nice things going on here. Love the movement through the arrangement. Love the hooks, the vocal layers. Everything that's going on sounds great to me. Yeah, the drums are a little synthetic, but, kind of taking that Trent Reznor sort of route. He does that sometimes. He leaves it very raw and organic, and I can kind of see where they were going with this. I think there's a lot of good stuff going on here. I've got a lot of time for this track. I'd like to check out this band more. And as Tom said, the guitar sound was just absolutely spot on. Really, really did work very, very well. So really did enjoy this track.
All right, Ian, I appreciate that. And again, apologies to you, Tom, for not being able to hear that track for whatever reason. I know we have 2 players for each song, and if one doesn't work, you might try the next one, but, the next player for that song. But again, my apologies for that. I'll definitely look into the cause of that and see if we can figure that out. We do have one more song for everybody to take a listen to on today's broadcast. We're going to do that right now after I introduce the second song. The second song is called Outside, and that, interestingly enough, is by the T.O.M. Project. We appreciate their sending that song into Music Scene Investigation as well. The Tom Project. Anybody get the irony there? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here it is. Track number 3 coming your way right now, right here on Music Scene Investigation. Everybody, enjoy it.
Sweet moonlight, screaming out names of faces long gone. Nightmares continue though the fighting is over. Nightmares continue as the dead sing their song. The bottle's empty and I'm crying. Take me on home. The gun is empty and I'm crying. Take me on home. The soul is empty and I'm crying. So take me on home. Take me. Sweat pouring down and my hands start to tremble. Voices are calling to lead me on home. If there's a God above, then I hope He forgives me. If it's the devil, then take me on home. Bottle's empty and I'm crying. So take me on home. The gun is empty and I'm crying. So take me on home. The soul is empty and I'm crying. So take me on home. Take me. Voices taunting, screaming, don't take me home. Voices taunting, screaming, don't take me home. Voices taunting, screaming, don't take me home. Voices taunting, screaming. Dawn is breaking and my nightmare's soon over. Gun clicks once and the bullet hits home. Fallen faces start to welcome me over. Broken angels are taking me home. The bottle's empty and I'm crying. So take me on home. The gun is empty and I'm crying. So take me on home. My soul is empty and I'm crying. So take me on home. Take me.
That is song number 3 on the broadcast today. We're going to start things off with Mr. Tom Oswald, find out what he thought first. Tom, what do you think of track number 3?
Really don't want to know that track number 3 on both players didn't play either.
Oh, Lord, that's terrible.
Didn't even start playing.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I am horrified to hear that and very sorry. I apologize to you on that. My goodness, I don't know what to do now, except obviously go on to Ian and find out what he thinks. Ian, hopefully everything played fine on your end there. What do you think of that track?
Everything's been working just fine here, thanks. Yeah, great track. Yeah, good. Sorry about that, Tom. Great track. Really great track. I mean, we were chatting in the chat room there, and I've sort of quoted Billy Joe from Green Day crossed with Aaron from Stained and a bit of James Hetfield thrown in as well. So, this vocalist has got a good thing going for him to start with. Very, very, very good band. I mean, there are elements of Metallica in there. There are elements of Green Day. There are elements of Stained and other bands like that. And it's combined and mixed up really, really well. I felt that sort of middle eight was kind of very Green Day-ish into that sort of more heavier, sort of Stained Metallica style chorus. And the guitar sound was big and awesome. The drums were there. The bass was there. Everything was just sitting really, really, really well. And it rocked. And it took you on this little journey, which I love. And wanted you to sort of, it's almost got that sort of anthemic sort of want to hold your hands in the air and sway around to it kind of feel, Very well produced, very, very slick. Again, I'm going to sound like a broken record, was lacking some backing vocals from my point of view. But, if you're a band who has only got a singer and no one else does backing vocals and you're looking to take this out live, I can understand why you're leaving them out. But still, I would love to hear just a few working on this, a few shouts and bits and pieces like that to give it a bit more of an edge. But that's, a minor complaint. What it is very, very good.
All right, Ian and Mr. Tom Chianti. Tommy, song 3 to you, sir.
First off, Tom, I'm really sorry. Maybe you could do something, Rich, like email them or whatever. I don't know. But think about something to do. And I agree with Ian on this track. It's very well done and lots of elements. I would have liked to hear the vocal a little bit higher and not so much background vocals. But, after the middle eight, they came in, they had guitars playing harmonies, just a simple harmony on the, chorus or in and out on the lead vocal. Not a big background, just a little harmony on the lead would have added some depth to it. I like the guitar sounds. I just don't like the way they got it. They were out of phase. So when I went to mono, everything disappeared except for the drum and his voice. Now, mixing for mono is people don't do anymore, but you got to remember some of these MP3s only have one earpiece. And, if you want to go across every playable device, you have to mix for mono. And hearing this track, on some devices in mono, the guitars just aren't there because they're out of phase. But in stereo, they're big and huge. So I like the sound. I wish they could have doubled them in real time instead of having the engineer just split and throw them out of phase. But otherwise, a great track.
All right, Tommy, I appreciate that. And we will work out a way to get those tracks to Tom and make those available to him so he can listen to them at his leisure as well. Let me introduce the track to everybody. The name of this song number 3, it's called Take Me Home, by a group called Eleanor Rising. Eleanor Rising with Take Me Home. Thanks for sending that track into Music Scene Investigation. Now, gentlemen, as we always do, we're going to ask you your opinion on what you believe should be Song of the Week. But before I do that, I want to welcome our new sponsor for the Song of the Week, Landr.com, Landr.com, where you want to go fast and easy mastering for your music, Landr.com. You want to master it? You want to put it on the show? You really should master it. So go to Landr.com, get your music mastered the fast and easy way. You don't have to know what all the ins and outs, the buttons and thingamabobs and everything that Tom Chianti knows. You don't have to know. You can go to Landr.com to master your music. It's just that easy. Gentlemen.
And believe me, they're better off not knowing.
And that's true. You can get it done for free as well. Let's go ahead and turn the tables over to you, gentlemen, and let you talk about it and discuss what you believe should be the Song of the Week selection. I know it's going to be kind of difficult because Tom didn't get the opportunity to hear a couple of them, but maybe you guys can fill them in and make a selection for me. All right, gentlemen.
I wish I could do vocal imitation of 2 and 3 for you, Tom, because they were really good tracks.
I mean, I pressed both players, and the damn thing wouldn't play, and I just don't know why. It just won't play. In fact, they're still saying play now, but they've got the pause symbols up now, and they're not playing.
Very strange.
We've never had a problem with you before like this, have we?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
The interesting thing is everybody uses the same players and the same page, so I'm not sure what's going on, but I'll definitely look into it.
I'm wondering. My computer's weak today. I wonder if it's bandwidth issues.
Anything is possible. I just don't know at this point. All right,
There's
gentlemen.
probably a storm coming.
There you could be that as well. Asteroids, maybe sunspots.
Well, you know, I think Tom should at least put a vote in for number 1. He heard them.
Yep. Yeah, I'll do that then.
Yeah, I think that's fair, isn't it? You know, because I mean, let's face it. In all fairness, I think that is very fair actually, because all of these tracks are of a high standard this week, and I'm torn, to be honest.
Well, a surgeon can fix that. I know.
I'll come and see yours. What do you reckon, Tom?
Me, it's very simple. I'll go with number 3 because even though the guitars get lost in mono, presentation-wise, everything gumbled together-wise, it's presentable. It can be played. And if it's going to be streamed, then chances are it'll be streamed in stereo. So that shouldn't be it is a big issue for me, but for other people, I don't think so. But as far as the most comprehensive, well thought through, formative project, I would go with 3.
All right, Ian.
You see, I was hoping Tom would go for number 2, so then I could go for number 3. Because this is complicated. I really like number 2. I really do. It's quirky. It's a bit different. It's got an edge to it, which, you know, number 3 is fantastically done, but it's good old-fashioned rock and roll in many ways. I think, you know, number 2 gains the edge over that by, you know, having a little bit of something about it, having a bit of fun, a bit of quirkiness about it, and I like that a lot. I'm going to go with number 2.
All right, so we've got a tie. A tie all the way around. So you know what that means, everybody out in our listening and viewing audience. We need to throw it over to you to let you make the decision. So that being said, I'd like for you to go ahead and put your selection in the chat room window. Let us know whether you would like song number 1, song number 2, or song number 3 to be the song of the week. And
don't forget to put the quarter in before you make your selection and get the big hook to come around and pick up the fluffy 1, the square like 2, or the round like 3.
And we did have Pinky, who earlier said he liked song number 2 as his selection. Says it again. So song number 2 from Pinky. And we'll find out what everybody else says out in the chat room and see if we have...
There's another vote in the chat room for number 2, look.
There is. There definitely is. I'm not going to name names, but yeah, we know this person very well. So... So barring any other votes out in the chat room, oh goodness, it's yeah, number 2 looks like it is it based on what I'm seeing with the chat room votes right now. So looks like there you have it. The Tom Project, T.O.M. Project, with their track Outside is going to be our song of the week. And we'll definitely... get that song to Tom Oswald so he can hear that as well. And by the way, Tom, we want to thank you for being on the show. The best of luck with VidEscape. I think you're going to do real well on that, by the way.
More than welcome, and I certainly hope so. We need all the luck we can get, trust me.
I think you're going to. I think you got a winner here, so it's going to be a good time to see how that grows and see how it expands itself as it goes through the beta process. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we will see. It'll be exciting to watch, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Thanks for being with us, Tom, and we're going to have you again on real soon, I certainly hope, anyway. And I'll get the players fixed for you too, I promise. So thank you for being in our audience today as well. Of course, we do this show every Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can participate by showing up at MusicSceneInvestigation.com, clicking on our live video button on the right-hand side of the page. You can also download recorded shows, either audio or video, through iTunes and other podcast, the place they put those things out. You can find us everywhere on the web, including YouTube. Soon to be, we'll be over at VidEscape. We'll be there as well. We're going to be everywhere, folks. You can count on it. So until next week, we'll see what's going on. By the way, our guest panelist for next week is the guy who was supposed to be sitting in for Tommy today, Mr. Mark Lamdansky. So join us then. We'll find out what he has to say when we do this all again. 3 new songs next week right here on Music Scene Investigation. Thanks for being with us, everybody. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now we're going to play out with Outside by the T.O.M. Project.
Bye.
Here is the deal between us. Here is our pact for life. We can keep our secrets, as we should keep the lies. You don't owe me reasons, so I won't ask, why? Here is the deal between us. Don't ever look outside. Here is a deal on freedom. We don't believe in shame. This is our vision, our common way. We're not here for revenge, fleeing from someone else. And we take no prisoners other than ourselves. Chance to regret.
ocean.